All right. So, hello everybody. This is my first video back on YouTube. I said that I was going to try to start making them more, come out a little bit more frequently. I just been working on a lot of stuff, but that's a blessing. But I still need to get you guys to know who I am and what I'm thinking about. So I'm coming back to you guys with my views on cheating. If there were some flashing lights above my head, that'd be great. Cheating. Just recently, I have been experiencing a lot of conversations and a lot of just in my daily life hearing and seeing and viewing things about cheating. I went to a play about cheating. Co-workers talking about cheating. Friends talking about cheating. Ex-boyfriends and ex-fiancés talking about cheating. So as I'm listening to these things, I'm understanding how I am feeling about cheating, and my views on cheating has evolved and changed. I don't know if it's drastic, unrealistic, or what, but these are my views, my opinions, but I did base them on explanations in the secular world, in the biblical times and biblical world. So I might not get to everything because as I'm trying to organize my thoughts so that I don't ramble, it turned into a full 5 1/4 page paper. So if anybody needs a paper for college, I'll mail this to you. No, I won't. Don't get me arrested. But as I was organizing my thoughts, it just really evolved. And so I'm going to try to tell you as much as I can tell you without just strictly reading from the paper, because that's kind of boring. But I don't want to miss any points. So if you feel like you're lost, you're not getting anything, comment and ask the questions, because I might have just skipped over it or whatever the case is. I want to let you know how I'm feeling about this. Now, I don't know if I should tell you my views before I get started or just get started. But here we go. The oldest profession, they say, in the world is what? Prostitution, right? Prostitution. Oldest profession in the world. Which means there has been men since the beginning of time with women that aren't their women. This is not something new. This is not just today. These are not the new guys of today that are being dogs. This has always happened. So, let's start from the beginning of time. Well, not the beginning of time. The beginning, maybe around the biblical times, right? So, we have two extremes in the biblical times, or even still today, but in our time, in our Americanized world, we don't see much of this. But we have men that had chosen to be eunuchs, and men that chose to have concubines and multiple wives. So there were two extremes. Men that cut off all sexuality from their lifestyle, and men that embraced many a women in their lifestyle. And back in the day, the concubines were protected by the law. It was not something that was illegal. It was protected by law to have multiple wives and concubines. So before Moses brought the 10 Commandments, there were concubines. And when he did bring the 10 Commandments, there was no mention of any wrongdoing in having a polygamous relationship. The only things that referred to relationships were do not commit adultery, and perhaps even do not covet thy neighbor's house or thy neighbor's wife, manservant, maidservant, 10 Commandments. So there was never any talk about you cannot have more than one wife. Now, it may not have been in the original plan of God, but it was protected under the law, and may have even been frowned upon, but he never said it could not happen. Even Jesus when he came around after Moses, he did say, one man to one wife. But it was never said that you cannot have multiple wives. He said that if you can live a life that you don't need to have sex, do so. But if you cannot, get married. That's just one thing. So basically polygamy was allowed even back then. Let's see. Now, a lot of the times concubines were allowed, or multiple wives were allowed, because of women that were barren, and men were really strongly believed in carrying their name and heirs. So they had to have women that was able to spread their seed, which in one point I'm making right now, men scientifically have an abundance, an unlimited amount of sperm. They are meant to sow seed. The best way to get it done is to have multiple women, right? And women, we have unlimited amount of eggs to have children. And some of us cannot have children at all. So it's thought that if you have an abundance of sperm, then you should be able to spread those seeds to procreate abundantly. Now don't let me lose you. I'm gonna bring it all in near the end. I'm gonna bring it all in, okay? All right. So, okay. Okay. So basically, nature prefers that we interbreed with as many partners as possible. So this ensures genetic diversity and creates a robust species. Now this is just natural, not even secular or biblical, but just natural, to spread as much as we can and a diverse as much as we can to build a robust species, basically. All right, so yes, Jesus did not frown upon, I was come to this. Oh, actually, it's not yet. But listen to what I said before. Jesus did not say you could not have more than one wife. He just said one man to one wife, but he didn't say you couldn't have, you had to get rid of the wives that you already had. And he also said if you could remain a eunuch, please do so, but if you can't, get married. Now, we come to this day and age. So we started with the first P, which is procreation. Now, we have Mr. Steve Harvey to thank for these other 3 P's that he has made famous, of the ways that men show their love, or the way that men love. And that is to profess, protect, and provide. That is the 3 P's. Marriage is a universal path to have sex as much as you want, depending on the partner you have and how their libido works. But just say if they want to have it every day and you want to have it every day, you can have it every day as long as you're married. And that is universal, that everybody believes, oh, they're married so they can have as much sex as they want to. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, yeah. But as with any marriage, whether to one wife or multiple wives, it has been expected to that their mate professes their love. That is the way they profess their love. This is my lady. Don't touch, don't look. This is mine. I am the man of her. Almost as a possessive type thing. But he professes his love for her, his intention to her, his commitment to her, his companionship to her. He professes that. Then he must protect her. He must protect her from physical harm, emotional harm, and financial harm, which is also in him providing for her to make sure that she's taken care of as much as he's taken care of, or even more so than he's taken care of himself. He has to make sure that she is all set. That is his duty, that is his job, and that is the one of 3 ways that he shows that he is involved with her and he does care about her and love her. So, protect, provide, and profess, right? Alright. So, Basically, the wife has now have to look up to her husband as her father figure. As they say, a man should cleave unto his wife as he used to unto his mother. So now they are dependent on each other for everything. The man to his wife. Which brings us to the real reason why women get mad at a man cheating. I put this in quotes for a reason, and you will see why. Pause. Alright. Okay. The real reason why women get mad for their men cheating. Genetically, biblically, and historically, all signs point to men having the need, urge, and dare I say, the right to have multiple mates. Did I lose you? Don't let me lose you yet. Follow along. Bear with me. Listen closely, okay? So you listened to the information before. Prostitution has always been around. Men have been allowed to have concubines and multiple wives, even in biblical times. Now, I know I just said that Jesus just said one wife to one husband, but it's not thought that it was solely for the purpose of having a monogamous relationship just for the sake of monogamy, but more so in that if the man is unable to take care of his wives and his concubines sufficiently and their children, and if he is unable to keep women are going to be jealous no matter what. Even if we agree to be in a relationship where we are of many to his one, we're going to be jealous. Why are you spending so much more time with her? Oh, do you love her kids more than you love our kids? Like, we're going to find something that's going to make this man drive himself crazy. And so in order to keep a stable, happy, working household, it is thought that Jesus said, just let it be one man to one wife, and we'll knock all that craziness. Like, you don't need it. Because a man is supposed to be responsible for the whole family, and if he can't do that, then he shouldn't be having multiple wives or all these other children. So, stick with me now. Okay, so this brings me to the reason why we, or not me anymore, but why women get so up in arms about our men cheating. Once again, I'm using air quotes for a reason. Women are embarrassed and afraid when their mate cheats. This is why you get mad. Not the fact that he cheated, but you're embarrassed and you're afraid, and I'm going to let you know why. Embarrassed by the social secular stigma of someone you trust is making a mockery of your relationship, number one. He professed that he cares about you, you're his lady, and telling everybody else, yo, hands off. But that doesn't extend to him and what you need to say, oh, hey ladies, he's mine, hands off. It didn't go both ways, right? Double standard. Or is it? Stick with me. But secondly, we are afraid, or women are afraid that his cheating will lead to him falling in like or love with this other woman or other women, and you get left out in the cold. Now, we're not mad so much as the cheating. We get mad and afraid because we've gotten used to him being there. And if he's a good man, he's protecting and providing for you, right? So if he's cheating, that leaves the door open for him to be doing that with somebody else, which is going to threaten your household and what you guys are building. So it's not the sex. It's the thought that he's going to leave and you're going to have to start all over again. And who wants to start all over again, So think about it. Think really hard about it. Like, if you ever experience your man cheating, what is it that you're really, really mad about? And most times, anger is a second a secondary emotion, and this usually stems from fear. So let's see if I can read this off to you. I don't want to miss this stuff. Um, so So women are afraid that his cheating will lead him into falling in love with another woman, and you get left out in the cold without his protection of your mind, your body, and soul. You guys created a connection, and now all of this is about to be a void. Okay? Whether it's financial or not. I know most of you ladies are independent, but he does provide something for you that you would miss, and moreover, you depended on him to do. And then you have to think about starting over. You got to find somebody who's going to match with you, who you're going to like, and it's like a hassle. So basically, his cheating is not hurting mainly for him cheating's sake, but it's a hassle that you have to start over and find someone who else is going to protect and provide for you. Even if you are an independent woman, there's still something that a man gives to you that you want. And if you feel like you're not going to get it, then you still got to start over. So let's see. Oh, I got a good one. Hold up. I'm gonna have to read it because I can't remember it myself. All right, so you just got picked for the team, right? Now you see coach is looking for another player. Could this be his next star player? This new woman, could this be his next star player? So you're thinking like, am I gonna be benched, or if I'm even gonna be dropped from the team completely? So now you have to look for other teams and see if they're gonna pick you up. Other men. Now you got to be in the single mix. Then you got to see, is there somebody else that's going to want me? Is it like, Or you could be a great player, but no home team. You can be a good woman, but no man that's going to, snatch you down. And so you just walking around playing pickup games, doing this single dating, going out to clubs, doing all of this, trying to find a new team. And you hoping there's a scout out there looking for a new good player, but you never know. Let's see. So, basically, it's not a game, but I just had to use that metaphor because it's a good metaphor. You're a great player, but your coach is looking at this new star player, and it's like, dang, now you got to look out. Make sure you got the ball. Make sure you at practice. Make sure you keeping your moves right, because you might be benched, which means like you might be losing out some of that affection time, or you might even be kicked off the whole team. Now, here we go. The idea of him cheating is emotionally painful, but the emotional pain really stems from the hassle of finding someone else that will fulfill your needs, and in turn he needs to think that you are a valuable asset, because with your man cheating, it leaves you to feel unsure that he can continue to be trusted to fulfill your expectations of needs and desires. That's what the trust comes from. You don't trust that he's still going to be there for you. Okay? It makes you angry and eventually makes you sad and untrusting. Also, in these days and times with so many STDs, STIs, and all that, cheating is not only harmful to your pride, but it can be harmful to your body. So you do have to watch out for him bringing in some unwanted things into your system. Which brings me to my evolving views on cheating. More accurately, redefining relationships, period.